Hi there and welcome to the great podcast microphone Shootout. In this new series we're going to cover shotgun mics, wireless, lavaliers or clip-on mics. We did the pod mic last time. We're not going to get all complicated and technical, oh no. But we are sticking to the policy of this channel to test mics pretty much straight out of the box. And the only exception to that is a quick amp setup. I need to do the adjustments for the gain. As far as equipment's concerned, I'm using the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 4th generation as the audio interface to my MacBook, and I'm using GarageBand with all the plugins turned off. Now to start this video, we are looking at studio mics like this one. And to do that, we're going to compare a different studio mic to, for my favourite mic, the iconic Shure SM7B. Different voices sound better with different mics, and I found the SM7B stops me sounding all shrill and harsh when I get excited. It gives me a richer tone. Now in each video we plan to compare a different mic to see how it compares while I'm talking. Also, on the SM7B, high pass filter and mid boost are both switched off. But I'm using a Triton Fethead preamp as this mic is very gain hungry, but don't tell it that. But it does need at least 60 decibels. The brilliant little Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 provides 69 dB, so I'd be at the very top of its gain, which is never good. So that's why I'm using a Fethead. Now today I've got the Rode NT1 A, which is used by a lot of YouTubers. Now it was designed for both vocals and instruments, but don't you worry, I'm not going to start singing. The Rode NT1 A is a large diaphragm condenser microphone, unlike the SM7B, which is a dynamic mic. So it does need phantom power, but we've got that on already. Now we have been advised that the NT1A definitely needs a pop filter to control its plosives. And at the end of this video I'll do an extra shootout with both of these mics stripped down. So make sure that you stick around for that. Price wise, the SM7B now goes for about £340. Please don't tell my wife. And you can pick up a new NT1A with shock mount pop filter and XLR cable for about £200. Again, please don't tell my wife. But you can pick up a second-hand one like this one for a lot less, as there's a heap of used old ones about. After all, it was released way back in 2003, so a lot of people have bought one in the last 23 years, and they've moved on. So if you look around for a good one, you could pick up a bargain like this one, depending on how this one gets on, of course. So, moving on, I'm told that the reason that this mic was called the NT1 is because somebody in the company, some bright spark, commented that it looked like the head of a rat. So they named it the Rode NT, or rodent. Now I don't know how true that is, but it's a great story and I thought I'd share it with you. Anyway, while I've been chatting, I've been going from one mic to the other, and as part of the test, I've been both projecting my voice and whispering. So, what did you think of them? Let me know down below. Now the next question is, how much did the guest mic pick up my voice when I was doing the introduction? Obviously I was talking through this mic, and I want to know how much bleed this one picked up. So in other words, how much does it pick up outside noise? Now there is a 3-to-1 rule of thumb for microphones that suggests that the second microphone should be at least 3 times the distance from the nearest sound source than the closest microphone. So that would be me to the Shure. So in other words, the mic that I'm featuring should be 3 times the distance from my mouth than the mic I'm actually speaking into. Now I've easily exceeded that during my introduction, as the Shure was about 2 inches away from my mouth, and the guest mic that I keep hitting was, it's 30 inches way over there. I couldn't even reach it, barely. Now I'm confident that I minimised the chance of bleed as much as I can, so if we go back to the beginning, let's just see how the guest mic did. Now today I've got the Rode NT1 A, which is used by a lot of YouTubers. Now it was designed for both. So what do you reckon? Now, earlier in this video, I promised you an uncovered shootout between the NT1 A and the SM7B. So here it is, time to get all naked and stuff. So to start with, I'm using this form of pop filter to control my plosives such as P's and B's. Just to see how well the mics sound, then we'll do away with the pop filter entirely. I'm expecting the SM7B to sound slightly less muddy without its foam friend, but its inbuilt pop filter should still be able to control my P's. It'll be interesting to hear how the NT1 A sounds without its WS2 cover. I wonder if being a side address microphone will make any difference. Let me know your thoughts down below. Maybe you have a favourite mic that you would like to hear compared. Anyway, see you soon for another great podcast microphone shootout. Until then, take care.